All right. What the hell? Well, that's interesting. Okay, I may have screwed up this camera. What does that mean? Dude, I don't understand that one. The camera has gone wacky. All right. Dude, what has happened here? What is up with this, man? Why is it doing that? Well, either I see double, something's going on. Dude, this is one camera. This is one camera. The camera is losing its mind. All right. Anyways, there's no entertainment on Saturdays. So I thought I will create my own entertainment. My throat is a disaster. I'm going to start off by showing you more crap that I have bought at Fry's on sale. I don't know what I'm doing. Look, this is one camera. Why is one camera showing two things? You would think, is this a professional? No. But I bought this. Guess how much I paid for this? $2.50. I don't know what the hell is going on with this camera. Now, I'll show you another thing I bought. I bought this. I'm going to unpackage it from the bag. This is how crazy I am. I don't know what happened to this sticker. Oh, this. And you're going to go, the man's buying Barbies. Guess what? I am. I am buying Barbies for $3.60. This is a special Barbie. This is a Barbie that has impetigo or something like that. Some skin disease. I'm a crazy person. Why am I buying skin problem Barbies? I don't know. Actually, I do know. In my head, I think they're going to be worth money someday. And I'm getting them for a cheap price. Here's another thing. Another Nerf gun. I'm going to hide the. Why am I hiding it? For $2, a Roblox Nerf thing. I'm a crazy person. I'm insane. I feel like, yeah, what am I doing with my life? I mean, I'm buying. Look at this. Look at this. I don't know if I wore this before. I probably did. Dude, this camera, what has happened? Can I edit in studio? It's saying I can edit this. I guess I can't edit it. Maybe I could put it in the description. Anyways, like I have something next to say. I was going to talk about Paramount Plus. I may have made a mistake on Paramount Plus. They really don't have anything that great on there. I want to put a hand. Maybe I should just have a hand. Look at those calluses, dude. What is going on with this camera, man? Why is it showing a split screen? Look at those calluses, dude. That's some calluses, boy. It's from working out like a crazy person. Um, but yeah, Paramount Plus. What have I done? I went through Paramount Plus, actually the Showtime, both whatever combination of things, and there's nothing there. What am I doing? Kidding was a great TV series on Showtime, and I was looking forward to maybe checking that out, and it's not on there. Why? I don't know. I even went to Amazon Prime thinking maybe I could circumvent the whole system and sign up there saying, "Hey, I have Showtime. Let me watch." Kidding. But it's not there. It's just disappointing, man. It's disappointing. It's great weather right now though, and I'm hoarded up inside because of my sore throat. Hoarded up, staring at this camera. Man, I wrote stuff down, and now I can't think of anything. Oh, what am I doing? Should I just end this? Meaning the stream. There's a guy, man, that I was born on the exact same day. And 3 days ago, is it 3 days ago? I'm not saying this. I'm just going to say it doesn't matter. We share the same birthday. And I think he's going through some crap. I'm going to have to say it. I think he's been going through crap for a while, and he can't get over things in life. But we were born on the same day. So I messaged him and I said, hey, man, I mean, this is the way I feel. And I can't believe that no one else feels this way. I was like, birthdays don't mean anything, because they don't. They really don't. And I said, happy birthday. And he thought maybe I don't know, man. I wrote something on Facebook, which was dumb. I'm just going to say it. Oh, I already said it. The little people, the sexy women who happen to be very, very short. There's like a lot of these sexy dances. And so I made a comment about it. Like, what the hell? I watched one of these videos and now I'm getting suggested all the videos. And he's like, are you good, bro? And it's like, yeah, but I think he was saying, are you good, bro, over the text message, not over the sexy dwarfs dancing. Which was kind of odd, sort of a weird. There's no one can see that onion, no one could peel back any layers there. There's no contextual understanding with that. Yeah. I don't know where I'm going with any of this, but life is good. It is. Despite having the sore throat, I'm wondering, what am I doing? I'm going back to work. I don't know if I've said this, but at my job, oh man, I'm going to get into it, I guess. At my job, they are forcing people to work 12-hour shifts. And I'm part-time. And anytime I was working, they would force me 12 hours. And I was like, dude, I did it about, I don't even know, 3 times, 4 times. I don't know. People will probably argue with that. But I was just like, dude, can you force part-timers to work 12-hour shifts? It was brutal, man. And I know people are like, I work 12 hours every day. Well, I don't. And if I don't have to, since I'm not full-time. So I became a pain, because a pain meaning difficult. I was like, dude. And I tried working with them. A lot of other part timers tried working with them. They're like, how about we work 4 hours? Because the whole thing is, I don't even know what the whole thing is. It's like, dude, let us work 4 hours. We can knock off some overtime from these other people. They could work 8 and we come in the last 4, or we come in the first 4, or whatever. And people would love it. They don't want to agree with this. I don't know why. They're being difficult too. So I was like, yeah, I'm not available to work 12-hour shifts. And I contacted the union. I don't know what they did. I hope they did just enough, I think, to where I could keep my job. And they start going back to 8-hour shifts the 23rd of this month. So I'm scheduled on the 23rd on day shift. When I first came back to this job, I was working graveyard. It started killing me. Ooh, Tulsa King. Maybe I can remember that. And then I went to swing shift. And then because of the 12-hour shifts, they only had 2 shifts. So if you're on swing shift, they're going to force you to go to what they consider days or graves, which days is 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. or from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., which is garbage. And I know every person who is working in the medical industry is like, I work 7 to 7. That's like a sort of a standard. I don't know why. Can you imagine doing that if you're not doing that? working from 7 p.m. till 7 in the morning. That sounds even worse than 6 to 6. I don't know why, but it does. 6 to 6 sounds, or 7 to 7 sounds terrible. Um, so I don't know, man. I don't get it. I don't understand why they can't look at things and realize, hey, I'm trying to say I'll work. I told them I'd work 5 days a week, 4 hours. And I know once again people are like full time. What are you talking about? I was trying to be helpful in saying, hey, you could eliminate one person every day, 4 hours of overtime. These people that were working 12-hour shifts were working 5 days a week. So they're working 60 hours a week. So they have to pay them 20 hours of overtime every week. So if I came in, that would eliminate one person at least. And there's multiple part timers. Whereas if they agreed to this, we could knock off a bunch of people, and they would work it. I guarantee they would work it. Some of them maybe living far away don't want to, but they would 100% work. They don't want to budge. They're being a pain. They're creating such a terrible atmosphere. And it's tough because I can't talk to full timers. If I start complaining, I gotta start sitting up straight. I'm hunching over to talking to this thing. If I try to start talking to full timers, they're not happy about me. Nobody's happy about anybody. You ever think about that? Nobody cares about anybody. It's insane. Everyone wants everyone to be miserable. The only people that they want to communicate with are those that are also miserable with them in the same boat. I'm in the boat. um, I just don't have to be in the boat. You're chained to the boat. I can slip out of the boat and ride a door. I can float on a door. I'm trying to think of a Titanic reference. I could sit there and talk to Kate Winslet while you're stuck on the boat, but it doesn't mean that I'm in a better situation. I'm freezing and I'm dying. I'm dying on the boat or on the door. If only I was more eloquent and whatever the other words are. So yeah, I'm going back to work and I said, hey, keep me on day shift. This is something else that my job's doing. I'm debating figuring out how I could do a puppet with this hand. I have no idea why this camera split. This is one camera. It's broken. Something's happened. I mean, but it's almost like I don't know. I don't know what the hell is going on. Anyways, um 8-hour shifts. What was I talking about? Oh, I said keep me on day shift. And he did. So I didn't want to go to day shift right away because I knew people just don't like me there. Uh some people say I'm paranoid. It's not paranoia. They're not happy. They're not happy I'm back. They're not happy I'm part time. I don't know, man. People aren't happy about anybody. And I know I can be that way too. You know what I mean? I get jealous about other people. To be brutally honest about jealousy, which is so crazy. Anytime I'm jealous about somebody, like true jealousy, something bad always happens to them. And I'm not saying I put it on them. But I'll give you an example. There was a guy that I knew who was getting a job with a utility company. He was a great dude, man. I've said it before, but we were about to become like friends, like hanging outside of work friends. No one will probably agree with this except for one guy who happened to be with this guy in this accident. And he got in a terrible car accident and he died. Um, which is like it's so weird. I don't understand death. I don't understand how you can get hit so hard that you die. Like I don't understand that. Um it wasn't yeah, I don't know. I don't understand it. I wasn't there. It's just weird. Everything's weird with life and death. But I was really dude, I was getting close to this dude. Um And I was super jealous. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's going to go work for SRP here in Arizona, Salt River Project. I don't know what he was gonna do. Um, but I was just like, damn, man. You know what I mean? I was so jealous. But it wasn't I was still like, dude, I was still happy with him. I was making jokes with this guy. He was a great dude, man. A really good dude. Uh he just was. And the guy he was with, a really good guy. This guy that was with this dude that survived the accident, he didn't get away unscathed. He had like broken ribs. His arm was broken. He came back to work and like here on his arm, he was like missing chunks. Like you could see, it was bad. This guy's such a beast. He works out all the time. I want to say his name, but I won't. I was trying to think if I could remember his name. I know his name. And he's such a beast that like he came back to work like after a month or something. Maybe it was 2 months. And at the same time, like literally breaking his forearm, breaking ribs. I think he broke stuff in his legs too. I don't know. This guy he was messed up. Messed up. After like 2 months, he got back to benching 350 pounds. I mean, that's insane, dude. That's insane for a healthy person. And this guy was like hitting 40 at the time. You know, what an impressive thing to say. But anyways, his really good friend died, and then I spoke to him one last time. I should hit him up. I should hit him up on Instagram. But we had a conversation, and I was like, "Does this change your mind about life?" And he said, "Yeah." And he left where I worked. Where I work is like it was always kind of negative there and dark. People didn't see it though. They see it now. A lot of people that work there, but I don't know. I think the way the world is right now, maybe they're seeing things differently, but it's always been the same. But now I lie. It hasn't. It's gotten weirder. There's a weirder, stranger. I used to say it was almost like it's like a burial ground. A lot of bad stuff kind of happened at this place since like World War II, and probably even before that. It was bad, dude. It's a weird, weird place. There's just stuff, man, going around in the area. There's like waste treatment plants. They literally, I don't know if they do this anymore, but they literally would like, you know, what they do in Arizona, I'm sure they do this everywhere. They recycle the water. So all sewage, anything that goes down a drain that goes into the city water system, they recycle it. They filter it and all that. Well, they do a major filtration and they're taking up human, you know what? I hate saying certain words. Human bathroom waste, and they were dumping it on top of dirt next to the facility. Like, I mean, it was pretty obvious there, and then that's their treatment of the dirt. So this place, and it has hundreds of people there. I don't know. Should I just say? I might as well just say it. It's a man. No one watches this crap. It's a detention center, and there's hundreds of people there most of the time, and so you just have hundreds of people together. Stuff happens, sicknesses. I don't want to say diseases, but they're calling COVID a disease, so diseases, um, lice, all that type of stuff, scabies. It happens there. Well, other things happen there too. And I don't mean, I'm not doing any innuendo. I'm just saying there are things that probably we don't even know about in the medical field that's happening, viruses and stuff. So, very strange place. I will tell you, there was like two people, I can't remember now, but like people have died there, and they said they had like really rare forms of cancer. Um, and the same cancers they got, and they're very, very, very rare. Two of them. This lady, I've said this not on here, but I'll just say there was a lady and she did not like me. I don't know why. Um, and she was a supervisor there with immigration. I guess I'm going to say it. So she worked for immigration. She was with ICE. And she was a supervisor. And she literally like had no hair, that type of, she's going through something. I don't know. I'm not going to, I mean, we could guess the idea of she was giving something because supposedly, they say chemotherapy. I don't even know what that is. You hear about stuff. I'm not going to pretend that I know. But the idea is it kills all fast growing cells, and hair is like one of those things. Well, it's killing, and tumors and cancers, I guess, are fast growing cells. I don't know. This is what they say. I'm regurgitating. I have no idea. But she was bald, I mean, completely hairless, and she wore like this weird cap. It was kind of strange, man. Like, it was a very, it was like a poofy cap. And like, it was it was like a weird cloth shower cap thing. Like it stuck out. And if it was you, I don't know, I'd be like, dude, wear a beanie or something. But she didn't care for me. Towards the end, she did a little bit, I think. Very sad, man. But yeah, some strange, rare thing. And then somebody else got it. I don't remember who. But that place, it's not good. It's not good for you. But they pay well. And they paid well back in 2009 when I first started working there. Now the pay is more competitive with the world. I mean, not like extremely competitive, but and so it's even more difficult to work there now because at first people were like proud to work there. You know what I mean? It was weird. There was some strange pride there. And I think there still is maybe with the new people, but pride is basically gone. It's weird, dude. People just don't care. Like we're in a weird state, man. As the world and America, we've been in a weird state. Anyways, it's difficult to work there. So thank God. Seriously, I need to pray. I should almost pray right now and thank God that they hired me as part-time. And that was what was available at the moment. I didn't want to say the time word again. I hate reading words over and over. If you ever listen to podcasts, one of the most fascinating things that when you hear a conversation is people will repeat words that you have just repeated or that you've just said. See what I did there? So like somebody will say they'll say, it's very peculiar that this incident occurred. And then about 40 seconds later, the person they're talking to will say, yeah, it is peculiar. Like that, not an ingredient or necessarily, it may even be another subject. They'll be like, man, this coffee tastes real peculiar. And you're like, what the hell, dude? But that's just what people do. My dad is like, he's a culprit of this, like bad. He's getting older. So like I'll say a name and then he'll say a name as if he came up with the name. He can't figure it out. He'll be like, "Oh, what's that actress or that actor in this show?" And I'll say it, and then he'll be like, "Yeah, oh, that's her name." And you're like, "Dude, I just said it." I don't know, anyways, I can't let it go. That's the hardest thing that I'm gonna have to deal with in life is letting things go that bother me, but I can't. I was gonna talk about Tulsa King. What was I gonna say about it? Tulsa King, I started watching it. This is the issue with these Paramount Plus shows. God, man, I can't get into it. That's what I was gonna say. There was this guy. I don't know if you've ever seen Tulsa King. It's on the first episode. A little bit of a spoiler alert. There's a dispensary and this guy's name's like Bodie. I'm pretty sure it was Bodie. And the reason why I'm saying that, I know it's Bodie in the show, but this dude I worked with called me by his name. I said something, goes, "You remind me of the dude," and I watch it, whatever. I don't look anything like this guy. I don't know why, but I guess the way I talked, dude, I want to write on my hand. I feel like Pan's Labyrinth. I don't know if I can get into Tulsa King. It's too like it's a little too corny. It's a little too. All right, I'm gonna get into another series. There's a series. It's called like Escape at. It's an escape from a prison. I haven't gotten into it. It has Paul Dano in it. I'm gonna watch it probably because of Paul Dano, Patricia Arquette, and whatever the hell, like Benicio del Toro. Great cast. I mean, those three people is pretty great. Three. Um, but there's things that happen in this prison right off the bat. There's something that happens, and you're like, dude, this would never happen. You could not get away with it. I don't know if I should tell you, but there's just things that happen, and you're like, this is impossible that this would be cool. And if it like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's totally insane what they're like. This is prison. This is what happens. Like, dude, I'm gonna have to tell it. There's this scene where I'm gonna call them inmates because I don't know what the hell they're considered in the show. But this inmate comes up to like a boss inmate. I don't know what you'd call it. Not a head. I don't know what the hell this guy is. Let's say he's a head. But usually, if you're a head, it's over your race. I don't know. Maybe it is in the show. Doesn't seem that way. But he comes up to this guy and he's asking him for something. He's interrupting this head talking to a prison guard, and the prison guard goes, "Hey, you gotta go. You gotta get." And then he spits in his face, dude. If a prison guard at a prison where these people have been there for a while spit in an inmate's face, that prison guard is gonna have problems. I don't care how badass you are. The only way you could get away with that, this they should have done. This just popped into my head. This actually would have been brilliant. Ooh, man, Hollywood, you'll never listen to me. If that was a woman, that might have gotten away with it. If there was a woman who was compromised, meaning having sex with inmates, and she thought she was badass, and then she spit in some dude's face, she might get away with it for a little bit. But they would still have issue. They'd probably go up to her and go, "Hey, man, you can't do that." So that part, I mean, there's just things about it. They don't ever get everything right, but it's like, come on, dude, that's pretty extreme. You can't have a CO just spitting on on inmates. The reverse can happen, and that can happen quite often. But even then, like, that's some insanity. That's like some insanity level stuff. All right, well, I don't know what this is. I hope these get better. I think I'm gonna go do nothing, see what's up on the podcast circuit. Um, but yeah, the world's nutty, man. I need to get a Costco membership. Why is it like there's so much stuff out there that once again I'm gonna use a word over and over. I'm gonna try to think of another word. I'm gonna have to say competitive. There's competitive pricing amongst grocery stores and Costco. I'm going to dance while I talk. And I go, okay, I'm not quite ready to become a Costco member yet. At least at this store, this is pretty competitive pricing. But there's certain things that just, they're not competitive at all, which is beans, pinto beans. Why for a small sack is it like $7? It's insane. All right. All right. This is just how I'm going to end. I'm just going to end. Oh, I hit the wrong button per usual. Anyone who listens, thank you. Bye.